few viewers my auntie in more detail, only because I didn't tell too much. My auntie, I learned so much from her growing up. She seemed to be more knowledgeable than my mother. One of the things my aunt used to tell me all the time: you do bad, you get bad. You do good, you get good. I lived by this. I still do. It's kind of true. It's not always true, but sometimes you do good, sometimes you get bad. Sometimes you do bad, you get good. It's the way the world is. But my auntie also believed in astrology big time. We used to go once a year to Northbrook to see a psychic. Man, one year we went in a psychic. I always went for a walk. I didn't even want to sit in there. I was like, I'm gonna go see Northbrook. So I'd go walk around, and when I come back, my auntie always recorded it. And she said, you gotta hear this. No, psychic somehow knew that I was her nephew, that she loved me eternally, that I used to bring her up here because I loved her, and she really was the best. She loved me so much. She bought me my first toy. She bought me my first pool. I mean, the day that I was born, she came to the hospital and she bought me a little rabbit in a basket. And I still have it to this day. It's a little music box. I never realized until I listened to it once that I used to sing that song to myself when I was hurting or in bad times. Apparently, that even as an infant, it stayed with me and I didn't know why. Oh, I still think of that and have it. Hopefully someday, when I go, it'll go with me. No, my auntie, she used to tape everything. Oh my god, she bought this remote, because back in the day, remotes used to have all these buttons. She bought a remote with like 90 something buttons, controlled everything in your house. All she needed for was the TV. So she put a piece of tape over it and cut out the buttons she needed. It's like, auntie, are you serious? Like, okay, cool. And eventually they came out with the remote where it was just channel up, channel down, and she bought that, and the other one sat in the drawer. But once I asked her if I could have it just because I liked it, she said no. Like, auntie, you didn't even use it. She's like, I want it. Okay, auntie. My aunt was a lesbian too. She had come out way before my mom. See, they grew up in an orphanage, and my aunt just couldn't take it. Around 16, she said, fuck that, and she ran away. It turned out, I guess, she went with the Hells Angels. She was on the road. I guess she got treated badly by men, raped and beaten, and I almost think that's why she liked women. But that was my auntie. Oh my god. She didn't care. She didn't hide it. She didn't have any children. She didn't fuck anybody. She didn't get married. Her and Anna stayed together probably until Anna passed away. I'm sure she's gone now. God rest your soul. God bless Anna. Anna Gonzalez. That was my auntie's lover. Nobody knew it. But she was her roommate and her best friend. They were fucking lovers the whole time. Nobody told me. Because back then, you didn't talk about things like that. Maybe things like that doesn't need to be talked about. Maybe you are who you are. Not everybody needs to know what sexuality you are. Who really cares? I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm straight. You don't see me running around talking about, hey, I'm straight and I like pussy. No. If you're straight, you just, oh, you're a normal person. Oh, okay. And if you like fucking dick or pussy, and oh, you're a special rainbow fucking snowflake. You like to suck dick and eat pussy. No, well, no, not really. You're actually the opposite of what the world, nature thinks you should do. Maybe you're confused. See, maybe that has to do with the energy I talk about. You know, at one point that energy was a woman, and it stuck with them. And then when it entered into a man's body, it just doesn't know what to do. Maybe that's why you sometimes feel, oh, I think I don't feel right in my body. Yeah, because the energy kept that part. These are all maybe questions, but this is what leads me to the thought. Why is someone gay? Why? Maybe it's because the energy. Maybe that energy was a female person, went into a female dog, into a female cat, into a female bird, and then being back to a human as a male. I was like, what the hell is going on? They don't know. We don't know. I just can tell you, I don't think that's what nature is intended for us. It's all good. There's always someone else. There's literally, it's the saying, there's always a bigger fish. True. There's always something else. So, in a way, be whatever you'd like to be. We all can't be that way because none of us would exist anymore. Unless somehow you can come up with a way to create humans out of thin air. No. See, I digress. I get off on tangents. My auntie. I love her more than anything. Man, it still breaks my heart to this very day. At least she didn't have to see me get to this. You know? She always knew me as a walking individual who ran, climbed trees, and was very active. Probably hurt her to see me like this now, stuck in a wheelchair, can't really walk. And almost in a way, it's a good thing Auntie didn't have to see me like this. Maybe that's why they give up in their old age. They know it's coming. Which makes me feel like I know what's coming. Nothing but heartache and depression. Everything you think you knew as a kid. One of the first things I kind of remember about being a kid, you know, your parents always tell you, don't lie. When I found out about Santa Claus, you know, you're hurt. You're like, oh. I more or less looked at my mom like a fucking hypocrite. You told me not to lie, and you've been lying to me for years? None of it was true? Man, was I hurt. Not that there was no Santa, but that my mother lied to me for years. We're all supposed to look at this as it's a good thing. Yeah? I don't know if your parents lying to you is a good thing. It's one of those, the end justifies the means. No, it's okay to lie to somebody if in the end, it gives them faith and makes them good. They're lying to somebody so they can be good. Oh, that sounds pretty fucking selfish. And then later you tell them it was a fucking lie and like, oh, it's okay, don't worry, I lied to you for a good reason. Yeah. Auntie, the whole reason for this video, love you. I love both of my aunties. You guys have a great day again. Talk to you soon.